All right, let's go for a ride. See, we have a post office box, so I go down to the post office every day to check that. We're out in this rural area, so we have, we have mail delivery just to this mailbox down at the end of the driveway, but that's not always secure, and we got these stupid punk kids around here who like to vandalize those. Cheap thrills. So anyway, let's drive down to the post office, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the camera here so you can see what it would look like if you just rode along with me. Let's go for a ride. Man, we used to, it's only about a mile and a half down the road, but oh, we're in a lap belt. There we go. So yeah, I just have a little post office box down here to keep our stuff a little bit more secure. Also, if I want to do like business stuff, it's kind of nice to have a post office box that I can tell people, you know, send us a check to the post office box. Looks a little more professional, and plus the check's in that more secure box anyway. Hey, but this is kind of fun, huh? Having this, I could drive around and do podcasts, video podcasts for my friends. You could it's like you're driving around with me. I used to do that with audio only. Now I could do it with audio and video, and you could ride around with me, run my little errands, and you know, see if I'm a good driver or not. It's hands-free, right? So it's not like I'm texting while driving or even making a phone call. You know, holding a phone up. Although maybe that would be fun. We could like a really dangerous looking thing here. I could be, yeah, blah 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 blah. Don't you agree? Yeah, blah 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 blah. Texting. Oh. Things to talk about. Oh, here's one. GPS. Do you have one of these? Well, probably not one of these. This one I wouldn't have bought, except a guy owed me money, and so instead of giving me money, he gave me this and a bunch of other stuff too. This is one of the more useful things he gave me. This is Rhino. From Garmin. It's got GPS functions, of course. It does automatic route calculations and stuff for when you're driving around, because I got the extra map stuff loaded into it. And it also has a little you know, like walkie-talkie thing with this FRS radio stuff that, you know, so, and I actually have another one, so I could actually go around with the two of them if there was someone else to talk to, and then they could, you know, send radio messages to me, and I could send radio messages to them, and also it could transmit our coordinates to each other in case I got lost in the woods or something. If I was within range with whoever, you know, else was out there, they could find me on the map because I could, yeah. So those are kind of cool, but kind of old and kind of not ideal for what I really want now. I'll be right back. I gotta go in. There, I moved the camera so you could be in my face. In your face! Alright. Oh, I keep remembering this lap belt here. So yeah, the first GPS receiver I bought in the summer of the year 2000. And I was on vacation in California where my parents were there at the time, and I bought this little handheld unit, not this one but another one, that had the ability to load map details, you know, from other software you could buy, and that worked really nicely for me for a long time. It did not have the ability to automatically create a route if you wanted to get from point A to point B. You'd have to maybe go in the computer and manually create the route to get you there. But yeah, that was fun. I kind of liked doing that. And I still have that GPS receiver, just not as quite as, you know, handy as this one, which automatically creates routes for you. And it's not that I have a hard time finding my way around Utah, because it's actually very easy to navigate around Utah. Most of the roads are, the road names are actually numbers. And the way that works is you have like Main Street and Center Street in a given city, and one runs north and south, the other east and west. And so from you know, that center point, it's like a grid. It's like, you know, junior high geometry graphing stuff, because you got you know, First East, or 100 East would be the name of the road, 200 East, 300 East, you know, all from that location. The next road going the other way would be 100 West, 200 West, you know, and then north and south. So if someone said, well, you know, I got to get to this address, well, what's the address? It's, you know, 535 north, 300 west, and you can just find it on the grid. It's really simple. Plus, most of the roads here are just laid out like a grid. You don't have these weird roads that wind around, not so much anyway, like you do in other places. I remember when we lived in Southern California, we had to have this big thick book of maps, the Thomas Brothers Maps book. So if you want to get around somewhere, you know, you got to find, you know, 535 Magnolia Avenue. Where's that? You know, and so you'd look it up in this index and then find the map. They were really good maps, worked really well. But now, of course, you drive around California, and a lot of people have not these, but they have these GPS receivers that are made to kind of mount on your windshield, and you know, made to navigate. That all the map information is already preloaded into the device. So you're probably thinking, Greg, why don't you get one of those? Well, because, you know, much as I like gadgets, I'm not on that system where certain people, they get all the gadgets they want and then they write reviews and stuff and they publish them in magazines and websites and stuff. For some reason, I'm not on their database. Nobody's sending me stuff to do reviews and to otherwise, you know, try out all these gadgets and tell people about them. So I have to purchase things on my own budget, which is a drag. So, but I think my friends have, you know, little car navigation GPS units, and, you know, TomTom and Garmin, and what's that other company that makes all that stuff? Magellan. So, yeah. Anyway, hey, let me show you our other mailbox. Yeah, that's it. You can see where the vandals went in there and, I don't know, they hit it with a baseball bat or pumpkins, or I don't know what, you know. I don't understand the thrill of that anyway. So now you've got this, you know, the door won't stay on there right. It's just horrible. But then, the door is real, man. You could feel like, here, that's the view inside our mailbox. So, you know, if you arrived in the mail, that's what it would look like. So yeah, we still get some things that have to be delivered to our home address, and then other things we have delivered to the post office box. So it's snowing. Well, it's not really snowing. What is that? It's just not even a flurry. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's fallout.